you're seeing this video, that means you're still with me. Good job. I'm so proud of you. I know we're going deeper and deeper into this language, and I am so excited that you've gotten this far. So lesson number 10. In lesson number 10, there's multiple signs that have what we call in ASL a temporal aspect to them. With that, it means that you can modify the movement of the sign to show time passing by. So the first sign on this list is a sign for wait. So wait is done by putting your open hands in front of you, palm facing you, and wiggling your middle finger, or all your fingers. So if I wanted to say, okay guys, just wait a second. Now, if I wanted to say, I went to the doctor's office and waited forever for our appointment to start. Now I can take this sign and move my hands together in a circular motion to show that I waited for a long time. You want to make sure that you move your hands together, because if you move them alternately, it's fire. So let's say you were trying to tell someone, wait, hold on just a second, but you signed it like this. They're not going to sit there and wait, hopefully, because you're telling them there's a fire. So make sure that you move those hands together to show waiting for a long time. Next is the word stay. Stay is done with Y hand shapes, and you go like this. So like if, let's say I was telling my daughter to stay just for a second, I'll be right back. Just stay right here. Now, if I wanted to say, I went to my friend's house and stayed over there for hours. Now, this one is a little bit different because I'm only going to move one hand versus both of them. So stay, and stay, and stay will be the temporal aspect to the sign. The next one is a sign for stand. Stand is actually a classifier, which we're going to be getting into soon. But think of like legs standing on a surface. So stand. So if I wanted to show that I went to in the checkout line at the grocery store and had to stand forever in line, I would roll it like this. Same thing with sit. If I wanted to say I went to the DMV and sat for hours, true story, then I would actually rotate it like that to sit and sit and sit, or stand and stand and stand. Next, we have the sign for talk. There's actually several signs for talk. If I'm just talking, not a back and forth dialogue, but me just talking like I'm doing right now, talking would be like this. It's kind of a forehand shape from your mouth. If I'm talking with someone and it's a back and forth conversation, I would sign talk like this. Now, if I wanted to show that I talked or visited with someone for a long time, then I can take this sign and exaggerate it and do this movement in a continuous movement. Good. So talk and talk and talk. Next, we have the sign for run, and this one also can do the same thing. Now, this is kind of a funny sign. You make two like L hand shapes, and you link the back index finger around the thumb, and you wiggle the front finger. This is such a strange sign. So run. So if I wanted to say, I'm going to go for a long run, or I ran for a long time, then I can modify this one to show a continuous long run. Let's see. Next, we have the sign for walk. Now think of like footprints or footsteps and move them back and forth like this. So walk. Now, if I wanted to show a long walk, I could repeat this motion, and it's more of a, rather than just kind of like a walk, it's more drawn out, and it has a little bit more of a arching, a rocking motion to it. Okay, let's see. Next, we have the sign for put. This one, so the sign for give, is that on today's lesson? Yes, it is. Okay, I just flipped the two. So the sign for give, it actually looks like you're holding something and handing it to someone. So I'm going to give this to you. Now this is a directional sign. So give to you or you give to me. And then put is the same way, but it's palm down. So if I wanted to say, oh, put your books over there on the counter, put. Or put, but you don't put something towards you. You can show putting it like up on a shelf or putting it down in a cupboard so you can show the location in your space, but it usually doesn't towards you. Unless I was saying, put that in my pocket, then that would work actually, put that in my pocket. Okay, next is the word move. Now move is similar to the other two, but you use two hands. Move. Now this is directional as well because I can say, they moved here last year. Here is right in front of me. So if I sign moved here, I would bring that sign right in front of me and that would indicate here. If I was saying they moved away last year, then I would go like that and show they were here, but they moved somewhere else. If it was they moved from here to here, but none of them were right here in front of me, right in where I am located, then I could sign move like that. So move, or moved here, or they moved away from here. Okay, let's see. Next we have the sign for give. Oh, we did give, sorry. Give a gift. So we did give like this, right? If I'm giving a gift specifically, there's actually a sign specifically for that concept. And that's, you make X hand shapes like this, and you go like that. Think of like this being a little box, like a gift box. So give a gift, or gave me a gift. So it is directional also. You can also do it like with one hand, give, or give, or give, or give, but it's usually referencing a gift specifically. Whereas this sign for give would just be like, would you give me that piece of paper, or give me a book, or I'll give you a new copy, whatever. Okay, next word on here is the sign for long. This one is very similar to the sign for slow, but you're going to do it with the one finger. Pull up your arm. Long. So I haven't seen you for a long time. But if I wanted to say how long, I would actually put the how on my face. So if I was asking, how long have you lived here? Do you notice how I did that? So WH question was eyebrows furrowed, head tilted. How long? So I'm doing the how while I'm signing the long. Okay, next we have the sign for young. So this one you're going to bend your hands like this and come inside your shoulder blades and do an upward motion. So young. Think of like youthful. We still got our postures straight, whatever. I'm just trying to think of a clue to help you remember the sign. So young would be like that, and then old is like this. So it's kind of like you're signing orange, but it comes down like this. Think of like a long beard, maybe. Old. And I'll even see people, if they want to exaggerate, like really old, they'll go, they'll really draw that beard out. So old. Now if I wanted to say how old, I could put that how on my face and go, and you can repeat it. This is actually, when you repeat it, it's often the concept of age. So if I wanted to say, what age are you, or how old are you, I would put my how on the face and then sign the age sign. Okay, let's see. Oh, shortcut. So if you're referring to an age that's under the age of 9, remember rule of 9, you can actually put the number on your hand and reference to the chin. So like, he's 5 years old. Notice how I touched my finger to my chin because that's referencing age, 5 or 7. Now it works up to 9, and then it's age 10, age 20, age 35, but up to 9, you can actually just reference the age, the chin for age with the number on your hand. Okay, let's see. Next we have, how to sign approximately, or how to show that it's not a definite number. It's an ish. Okay, so the ish concept, you go like this. So your palm is out. It's a 5-hand shape, and your palm is out, and you kind of make like a circular motion, like you're wiping mud off a window or something. Ish. So if I wanted to say, I don't know, she's probably 20-ish. 20s. So this would make it the ish. Next, we have the sign for wrong. This one is a Y hand shape on your chin. Wrong. I can even go for what's wrong or what's the matter. Now, if I go like this, it is the sign for like accident or oops or mistake. So you kind of roll it across your chin, kind of like this, versus wrong or what's wrong. Now, right would actually be 1-hand shapes on both hands, and the moving hand, the dominant hand, lands on top of the bottom one. Right. So like, yeah, you're right. Did you get that? Yeah, you're right. I was wrong. Okay, now this sign for right is referring to the concept of correct or accurate, right. The word right, though, has a lot of different concepts. You have like right and left, or I have the right to vote, or that is right up my alley. So right has a lot of concepts. By the way, the sign for right and left, so right, you would make an R hand shape and go towards your right. And then left, you'd make an L hand shape and go towards your left. So right and left. If I wanted to say the two of us, there's kind of a shortcut to do that. You actually make what kind of looks like a K hand shape. It's really a 2, but when you do it like this, it kind of turns into a K because this is awkward. So it's this. So we are going to the movies. Now, if we is just me and one other person, then I can sign we as in the two of us. Or the two of us are going to go on vacation next week, for example. So the two of us, or we if it's just 2 people. If I was saying we and there's 3 people, I can actually make a 3-hand shape and go like this for the 3 of us, the 4 of us, the 5 of us. So I can be specific and show how many and do this movement here rather than the we sign, which we've learned already. Okay, we're getting close. We're almost done. Next is a sign that goes like this, and it's the sign for the concepts of really, true, sure, absolutely. Let's see, there's probably more, but it's it goes up your chin like that and out. Really, true, and sure, or absolutely. Now, false or fake would be that same finger, but it's going to go across your nose like this. And we talked about this sign when we did the family signs, because we talked about how it's sometimes used for the concept of step parent or foster parent, because it's a sign for fake or false. So true and false. The sign for lie, you actually make a kind of a bent, flat hand shape and go across your chin. Lie. You can also, if you want to show like multiple lies or a pattern of lying, you can use both hands and take turns going across your chin. Lie or lie with just one time. And then the last word on this lesson is the sign for store. This one is like you're holding on, think of like holding a shopping bag maybe, or a wallet, but then you make a forward motion with your fingertips. It's actually coming from your wrist, so store. And then sell would be one motion. So sell and store. Okay, so in our grammatical section, just to kind of review, we talked about temporal aspects of a sign, how you can modify some signs to show time passing. And then we also talked about in this lesson words that have multiple concepts. So for example, the sign for right as in correct, right as in right-hand side, and then some of the other concepts for the word right. Okay, let's do a couple of practice sentences. Let's see. How about, okay, where do you like to run? So my topic was you liking to run, which obviously I already know that about you, or I wouldn't have said it that way. So, and then my question was, where? All right, let's see. My grandma gave me a watch. Okay, so watch was my topic, and the comment about it was that my grandma gave it to me. Okay, let's see, one more. I sit all day at work. So all day at work, and then I sit, and I use the temporal aspect for sit to show sitting for a long period of time. Woo, all right, we made it. All right, keep practicing. You guys got this. Thanks for being here with me today.